Hey everybody, Paul Turner here from thediscipleproject.net, and welcome to More Than a Youth Room. I'm with my friend Amber Gaddis today, and she's going to be showing us around Epoch, the youth ministry right here at Kingwood Assembly. What's going on, Amber?
Not a whole lot, just showing you around our youth room.
Okay. I do want to show the folks here something because this is like really important. Back here, I noticed on your couch here has like a tear in it. And I just want to say, that is a sign of a good youth ministry.
It's well loved. It's not a tear. It's a sign of love and community.
Listen,
we have a janky couch.
That's right. And every youth ministry should have a somewhat janky couch, because if it's not a little bit janky, you're probably not doing youth ministry. So I just want to point that out, that they do youth ministry right here in this room. Not everything is perfect. Let me just show you around real quick here. You have some seating areas right here. Do the students like to gather in this area right here?
Yeah. So like before service, everybody comes in, they're hanging out. Our middle schoolers normally hang up against here, and then it's like a congregation around the couch. Everybody just kind of hangs out.
You stick the middle schoolers out here. It's like, you guys can't go in. You got to wait in the waiting room.
They seem to prefer it. Maybe it's just like small groups, like 2 or 3 of them.
Maybe. But I like that idea too. That's, you don't have to have a lot of space. You just have the space for 2 or 3 to gather. So, because where 2 or 3 are gathered.
There he is. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Okay, well, let's go into the youth room and see some more of Epoch's space. All right, so here we are inside the youth room. Let me give you a little preview over this way. And what I like about this room, there's several things I like about the room, but I love the giant banners.
Yeah.
If you have a big room like this, you have to have something to cover the wall space.
Yeah, you got to make it feel full. So.
Absolutely, I love it. Those are just, it's just eye-catching and eye-popping. And so if you have a big space that you need to fill, big banners like this are going to work well. So take me on a little tour here, Amber, and see what we got here.
For sure. So
Let's go.
This is our youth room. This is where service happens for middle school and for high school. And then up here we just actually redid our stage, which is kind of fun. We had like a big screen that stretched across the top, and now we have 3 monitors, and then we hung our speakers so we could put more kids on the worship stage so they could grow in that area. And then our lights in the back are kind of fun if you want to see those.
Yeah, go ahead.
These are our lights. So a couple years ago, we moved our stage from over in the corner to over here. And for lighting, we have these light panels, but all these are like half of a foam ball cut in half and glued to the wall. So the light kind of just bounces off of those, which is kind of a fun little, I guess, youth hack. Youth room hack. So that's those. And then, you want to see small group rooms?
Yes.
Okay, let's show you small group rooms. So this is our most well-loved couch in the youth room. You can hide all of your belongings in it, but it also serves as our 11th grade girls small group room.
And once again, I want to show you that these are well-loved couches.
Put my hand in here.
What is in there? Did we find anything?
Wrappers?
What do we got?
We got a wrapper, Jolly Rancher.
Hey, look at that. Free candy, everybody.
And free foam. Welcome to Epic.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Let's go.
So
this is listen, like I said, every youth room's got to have at least one. They have 2 though, which makes them magnificent.
so cool.
So, see what we got in here.
Another small group room. We have our super up-to-date TV in the back for you to get home.
Try it. By the way, you can get this, and I think they have some PS1s available that go along with it. So.
Hey, no joke, we do have the original Xbox upstairs.
Oh. But these are excellent. These are good small group rooms.
Yeah, the no thrills model really works well, because then they kind of have to focus.
Exactly. There's nothing too fancy that they can like get fascinated with or anything like that. Now, when do you use these small group rooms?
So we use these on Wednesday night for our small groups during service, and then Sunday morning middle school small group, and then Sunday night for discipleship small groups.
Okay.
Which is we call it Edge, but it's just our
Edge.
discipleship group.
And so you break up sometime during the thing and then have high school and middle school?
Mm-hmm. Yep, so it's, we'll do worship, and then we'll go, well, the whole thing's worship. We do song, and then we go into small groups right after we sing. So.
All right, very cool.
Teaching.
Excellent. Let's carry on. All right, so now we're behind the stage here, out of the small group rooms, and where are we heading now? What do we have here? What is this? This is interesting.
Yeah, so this is actually from like quite a few years ago. This is our wailing wall. So we did a series on prayer and inviting friends, and so students hung up their prayer requests on this back wall. Super fun.
Wow, that is really, really cool. There's a lot of prayer requests there.
Well, it's kind of crazy because this is kind of older. It's cool to read some of the names and just see what God did over the past couple of years.
Oh, so these are like several years worth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is fantastic. By the way, that's a great hack right there. Why not have a memory wall or a prayer wall where you can go back and reflect on what your kids prayed for and things like that, and kind of like a living journal almost, where you kind of see the progress that students are making in your youth ministry. But that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's super fun, and it's cool because students always ask like, "What is that?" when they haven't seen it before. So.
Right. It is interesting, and they go, "What is that?"
Yes.
All right, carry on. You know, some of you are watching this. I want to, just share with you guys. Listen, you don't have to have the fanciest room. You don't have to, listen, this is space to do ministry. Because the problem is when we get fancy, we start to worship the fancy and forget why we're in the room. There's nothing wrong with having a bare room or a plain room or not a lot of flash or anything like that. You're there to do ministry, and that's what the facility is for. And should you have some cool, and like they do, they have some cool things, the Wailing Wall, the Big Band, all that, absolutely. But you don't have to be ultra fancy to successfully minister to a student. So those of you that are struggling with your room, you say, well, I got to have a fancy room. No, you don't. You just have to do good ministry in the space you have. All right, let's carry on.
Woo.
All right, so we are now upstairs in this room. Now tell us about this space, Amber. What is it for here?
Sure. So we use this upstairs space kind of for a bunch of different things. It's been a cafe in the past. The past couple of years it's just kind of been dormant.
Okay.
Our kids weren't really looking for a cafe space.
It's the stairs. They just didn't want to climb the stairs.
Hey.
Is that it?
Probably. There's quite a few of them. So
Get me a coffee. Get me a coffee.
And a latte, and I'll wait down here.
Okay.
So on Sunday morning, though, our new group of middle schoolers, which we have Sunday morning middle school service, this new group of middle schoolers is really, really into this space. And so we're in the process of buying some new games, rearranging some things, and as you'll see, needing to get rid of a few things.
Well, you bring up a great point. Spaces have seasons. There are seasons, and if you have a space, well, but we built this great thing, and all these things. Listen, spaces have seasons. Generations change. Some kids like a certain thing and they love their space. Be aware that everything doesn't last forever. The cool space you built today, you may have to tweak it, make some changes with it as every generation comes around. Some kids, look, I had a room, if you remember some of the episodes, I think I'll put it up here somewhere, but I had a back room that I couldn't get anybody to go. It didn't matter if I put gold nuggets back there. I could have told them Jesus was back there, and they were not going back there. They just weren't. It was just a blank space. So just be aware that spaces have seasons. So let's go ahead and take a look around.
As you can see, we got some.
By the way, if you'd like to get this TV, it also comes with a Furby. You get a free.
You don't have enough to take care of.
You gotta take care of your Tamagotchi, and a Furby comes with that TV. By the way,
your Tamagotchi has to grow up, and then we'll give you this for free.
There you go.
but yeah, so this is one of those spaces that it's just outdated, and so we need to get rid of some things.
Sure.
And rearrange some things, but it has tons of potential. So.
Absolutely, this is a great space, though. It is a great space.
It's awesome. It's just not being used to the best of its ability.
So we have pool tables.
Pool table.
Okay. And we have over here on the wall, once again, creative use of the wall space and using that. And by the way, correction, it is epic. Not epoch.
Not epoch. Epic.
We
mispronounced
epoch. Epoch. I like that name. You can name your group Epoch. That's okay.
Sure, go for it.
But I love the use of the artwork and things like that. You can always put your name somewhere in the room very creatively, as they have. Take me over to the cafe area.
I want to say one thing though before we move. There's an air hockey table over here in the corner. which to me, like, air hockey is a little outdated. But we just recruited a volunteer, Miss Patty, and she is kicking our middle schoolers' butts at air hockey. And she's, you know, an older volunteer. Not older, she's gonna be mad if she hears this, but like one of our more adult, more mature volunteers. And she's awesome, and she kicks our middle schoolers' butts at air hockey, and they love it. So
that is fantastic. All right, let's go check it out.
all right.
Let's go check out little space over here. Oh, look, everybody's got to have foosball, by the way. You just have to have foosball.
Honestly, that's my favorite of all the games.
I would agree.
We have a college age small group on Wednesday night as part of our youth service that meets upstairs, and so they kind of wrangled up all the chairs that they needed to have small group here last night.
Okay, well, look at that. They got a little. I noticed that they didn't put anything away. Young adults just want to say, you know, put your stuff away sometimes, you know. But
it'd be nice.
It'd be nice. So look, you don't make Amber work that hard, okay? I do like the counter space there. I mean, I think that's just a cool counter space. You got the little open sign. You got all that little stuff there. I mean, this is a great space.
Yeah, we're so our middle schoolers have been like begging for a cafe. So we just got in the process of like ordering everything. So that'll actually be open in the next month or so. We're super excited about it. So.
Man, well, Amber, I want to thank you guys so much for opening up your room. Do you have any tips? Maybe for the viewers here, about space or about how you facilitate ministry within these spaces?
Yeah, I think like don't just assume that kids are gonna want to necessarily do what you want to do. Ask them what they're looking for, and then make those spaces fit them. For me, with our middle school ministry, we tried to make things that we thought were great, but they didn't want, and so this cafe space has become really a good thing for us. So. Generate a lot of fellowship and them kind of being able to hang out with each other, get to know each other better. So
that is a hot tip, folks, right there, is get your students involved. Don't get a bunch of guys in a room and decide what young people want. Have young people in the room to help design that space and facilitate ministry. So
for sure.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. If you're brand spanking new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button right down there or at the end of the video. And if you're a regular, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you being here for More Than a Youth Room. And we'll catch you guys in another video. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.